this is Gina from Believe in You Today, and I am here today to talk about spirituality. And what is it? What is spirituality? There's a lot of people these days that are calling themselves very spiritual. And to me, that's wonderful, as long as that's what it is. People will say, I'm spiritual, I'm not religious. And that's great. But what does that mean? Oftentimes what I've found when I ask questions as a life coach, when I say to people, what does spiritual connection mean to you? And they really don't have an answer for me. So they're not practicing anything. They're not acknowledging anything, but they'd rather consider themselves spiritual than religious. So, which is great, but what does that mean? Now, to me, spirituality is a personal connection with something greater than me. So there's something bigger. Regardless of what you call that, it's knowing that there's something that created all there is. So there's a lot of people that will even call themselves atheists or agnostics. And whatever you are, whatever you consider yourself, that's wonderful. As long as it is something that is working for you. See, for me, spirituality is my greatest strength. And when I work with people as a life coach, and also, of course, as a spiritual coach, but they don't necessarily have to be the same thing. There's something greater, some greater power, some greater wisdom, some greater ability within me that I want to tap into. And how do I get to that? When people say same crap, different day, what does that mean? And what does that look like? So for me, when I say what is spirituality, it's literally plugging into a power source. It's a source of something bigger, more wondrous, more than I am. And some people get a little bit afraid of the language around that. I look at it as something rose the sun this morning. Something's going to set it tonight. It wasn't me. Something makes a baby be born and cry or not. It's not me. And a brain on a table does not think. A heart on a table doesn't beat. Something does that. There's some consciousness, something that's alive. And we get to use it every day. And when we tap into that, the creativity, intuition, joy, everything in abundance, all the good stuff can flow out of that. There's a light from within that we can tap into. That's not anything to fear. It happens to a lot of people when they walk in nature. When you see a beautiful vista, or if you're at the ocean and you just watch that ocean, or even when you catch yourself watching the flame on a candle, that mystical something more, that beauty, that flicker of light itself, that's a connection spiritually. It's something deeper than this moment. It's an experience, not a thing. And that's what tapping into life itself is all about. So I think for me, anybody that I work with, there's those three steps of those three legs of the stool: physical, spiritual, emotional. And one does not work without the other. So what I offer you today is the possibility to connect with something bigger today, whatever that is. When you take that deep breath into the stillness of, there's a reason people meditate. There's a reason people have faith or hope, or call it whatever it may be. That light that's in people's eyes is only there when they are connected spiritually. It's the only thing that I've ever seen. When someone is connected, that's when their eyes light up and they're enthusiastic about life. There's something greater. And I invite you today, regardless of what you call that, connect to that something greater. And if you're not sure how, that's a good place to start. So I wish you an amazing day.